There might be malachite here. I need to find... Oh yeah, my companions are relaxing inside the inn. And I don't have any pickaxe. I need the pickaxe. It's a pitchfork. Oh, hey you.
Need something?
Hi there, Rogi.
All this
You
talk
again,
of
huh?
dragons is making
Never
people
mind.
antsy. Nonsense.
I still haven't fixed. What? I dropped it. Oh, there.
I visited the meaderies of Riften once as a lad. Oh, wish I had their skill.
Hmm. Oh. It's half.
Aye.
What's the matter with you? You think you can just go dropping your junk wherever you like?
As a matter of fact, I do. Oh. No.
Hey, watch what you're doing.
Damn. Okay, you goat. Carry all my stuff. to mine.
Be careful.
Well, hello there.
An outsider? No reason to stop in Kynesgrove. Keep moving.
What do you do in Kynesgrove?
Nosy one, huh? I was a mage back in Morrowind. I lend my talents to the mines here, helping them keep the tunnels safe. By Azura, it gets hot in there. I use frost salts for a potion to keep the heat bearable, but I'm out.
I could find those frost salts for you.
If you want to go to the trouble, feel free. I suppose I could offer you a bit of free alteration training when you get back.
Where can I learn more about magic?
Not here. Definitely not here. You want to learn? Join the college.
Do something!
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll let you live. This time.
What? No. Oh. No. I didn't.
The
mean
mine's
that.
always on the verge of collapse. Good thing I'm around to keep it up.
I have bounty.
Morrowind used to be a lovely place, but you couldn't pay me to live there these days.
My life is ruined. I must now face the unknown and surrender myself to the guards. My fate is uncertain. I hope I get to see this world some more.
Sound could bring mountains down. Mm-hmm.
I have finished mining. I was supposed to be caught by the guards, but I messed with the thread of fate and made it so that I never shouted at that Dunmer woman. And so now I continue my path to Windhelm. Well, hello there.
What can I do for you?
Never mind. Hi there.
Good afternoon.
I like to find ancient objects. Need any help? Okay.
Need something?
Is that all there is to Kynesgrove? Should I take my companions now?
What do you think you're doing?
We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
You won't be here alive. Time to end this little game.
What?
I felt that. I see darkness.
The hell?
Enjoy your last breath.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
I don't plan on being outmatched.
You're no match for me.
You won't get ahead.
The hell?
Sure the foundation is civilizing apart.
I need to sever.
Enjoy your last breath.
This thread of fate yet again.
Hi there. Papas isn't too friendly with strangers, but you seem alright.
All right then.
Welcome. Let me know if you want. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Hi there.
Yes, child.
The young. What the heck? Can't stop relaxing now.
Ah, at last. I get to rest my old bones.
Hey there, Altmore.
Greetings, a fine day to you.
Calm down, sir. In Skyrim, showing this much glee is grounds for execution.
Well, in that case, I'd better lower my voice. I would rather not upset my wonderful Nord hosts. This is a sensitive time after all. Eastmarch is not a place for an Altmer to be overly jubilant.
Why the good mood?
Actually, I'm not in a good mood, but a normal one. I'm not the type to deter from bliss. My mind is only capable of one type of thinking, the positive kind, which is why it came as a shock to hear one of my friends accuse me of being, quote, less than courteous to him during a chance meeting in Skyrim. It turns out that he had the displeasure of meeting my doppelganger, but I myself have never been this far north.
You have a doppelganger?
According to him, this Altmare wore my face as if it were a tunic, and summoned my voice as if it were a spell. Only he failed to use them in the manner for which they were crafted. He was rude, salty, and threatened my friend with bodily harm. In other words, he was strong. He was brave. For a sworn coward such as myself, I was rather intrigued at the prospect of meeting such a fellow.
I bet my doppelganger is in a dungeon for the crime of excessive handsomeness.
And by all accounts, he is guilty, if his mirrored opposite is any indication.
This doppelganger of yours is in East March?
Yes, he was staying here at the Braidwood Inn. That's why I get nervous when the doors of the inn swing open. None more so than the first time. I thought, how would I introduce myself? Would I even recognize him? How many of us would recognize our own face if we saw it outside the mirror?
Very few, I'd imagine.
It was silly in retrospect. With the war trying to find a Thalmor in Eastmarch is like picking your nose to wipe your bottom. So I decided instead to enjoy the ambiance. I found a table and looked up at the vaulted ceilings. All that space, and the inn still feels cozy. I was curious as to how they light the chandeliers, given how high they are. So I called the innkeeper's wife over to ask her. Yet, before I could say anything, the first words out of Idra's mouth were, "Oh, you're back. Do you want the usual?" I nodded yes, and sheepishly hid my face in my shoulders as she brought a pint of black briar mead and a salmon steak.
How was it?
Positively sublime. It was, quite frankly, the most scrumptious meal I have ever tasted, and the portions were just right. I felt full, but not sluggish. And the mead. Something about the honey they use here. It was brilliant. It was then that I realized my doppelganger and I share more than just a face. I wonder if he too has a deep, inexplicable fear of owls.
That was dangerous if they mistook you for him.
This might sound strange, but I knew I was safe. I knew he treated Nords here with respect, because that is exactly what I would have done.
Did the innkeeper know of your doppelganger's name?
No. Evidently, he came here alone, drank alone, and suffered no company. I wondered if this meant he was sad, lonely, or bitter. Yet, talking with Idra, it seems he was not at all temperamental, save the time he was accosted by my friend.
So why do you think he kept his distance from everyone?
I like to think that he limited his interaction with the locals because he knew war was on the horizon. He understood how much more difficult the fighting would become when your friends are on the other side. You know, we Altmer have selectively bred for centuries, in order to maintain a resemblance to our ancestors. In this regard, it is quite accurate to say that many of us do look alike. I am beginning to wonder, however, if there is a point to any of it. What matters is not that we look like the Altmer, but that we act like them. That is the true bond that links me to my doppelganger.
Say you find this person, then what?
I'd start by asking him about his personal history, to see where our paths diverged. If our resemblance is truly as uncanny as my friend proposed, then I'm sure he will be as eager to hear about my life as well.
And if he isn't?
I confess I hadn't thought that far. I can't envision a scenario where he's not at the very least curious, and given his associations, I imagine he would welcome any friendly face, not to mention a familiar one.
Is it possible this person is family?
Do you mean separated at birth, like in the mirror? That would be something. Berdier Wayans is my favorite author, after all. I have always wanted a seventh brother. No offense to the 6 I already have. They are all wonderful. However, lately, I have been entertaining another theory. What if we weren't separated by birth, but by choice?
What do you mean by that?
What if we're the same person, having led different lives? Two Altmer of identical physical makeup, parting ways at one of life's many forks. The result is two vastly different personas. Skyrim having shaped him as much as the Somerset Isles have shaped me.
Was coming to Skyrim something you yourself considered before?
It was. I imagine that's why this double of mine intrigues me so. At the end of the Great War, I was offered a great opportunity. It was a high-ranking position at the Thalmor Embassy in Hoffengar. Only I turned it down for the sake of my family.
Your choice sounds more like a regret.
Not a regret, but curiosity. It was decades ago that I received that promotion to serve in Skyrim as an emissary to the High King. I rushed home to my wife that night, eager to tell her the big news. She said she had the same. I told her to go first. She always did. Had I went first, maybe I wouldn't own a spice shop in the Shimmerine, or know the names of every passerby who comes to greet me on Sunday morning. I wouldn't have those days on the beach with my son, wishing I could bottle up his laughter as if there were nothing more precious in the world. It all changed when my wife went first, when she brought my hand to her stomach and I felt it kick. At that moment, I forgot what I had come home to say.
How did having a child change your intended path?
I didn't want him to grow up around war, so I left the Thalmor to start a spice business. It wasn't easy with the embargoes imposed by Hammerfell. The choice I made left me with little money, long days, and sleepless nights. And yet I have never felt so wealthy.
Then you left your family behind to go on this wild goose chase. Despicable.
Although I appreciate the concern, my child is fully grown and more than capable of tending to the shop. So much so, in fact, that my wife all but pushed me onto the ship in hopes of getting me out of the house and out of her hair.
Why come at all? Why feel the need to validate your choice?
That's a good question. One that I've wrestled with since I boarded that ship to Windhelm. When I was a child, I dreamt of becoming a Justicar. Like most Altmer children, I'd heard the tales of their heroism during the Oblivion Crisis. How Erendil of Cloudrest vanquished 100 Daedra in as many hours, and the tale of the Golden Seven, who uncovered the plot by the traitor Ryandor. My skills in combat, however, relegated me to a life dreaming of battle as opposed to participating in it.
So the Divines chose another path for you besides war.
Yet, my passion for the subject was such that I sought other avenues. I trained to become a master tactician, be the playwright instead of the actor. Only life intervened. I knew I couldn't raise my son in a foreign land, and I could never abandon him the way my father abandoned me. Still, I can't help but wonder how my life would be different had I been free to pursue my dream. In truth, stranger, I have not come here to validate my own choice. I have come here to validate his.
What do you think of the residents here?
Raji is a kind, down-to-earth Nord, who loves his mead and his homeland. He's also what you call a very literal person. He hails from the clan Knotbeard, so he ties his beard in a knot.
What do you think of the residents here? What do you think of the residents here?
They are an eclectic bunch, and excellent company. I know I should be continuing my search in solitude, but I can't seem to pull myself away.
What do you think of the residents here?
They call the Dark Elf a stone weaver, for she knits the mind together like a quilt to ward off the heat from the surrounding earth streams. I have yet to meet her or learn her name. The truth is, I find her a bit intimidating.
What do you think of the residents here?
Gara and Gemma said they tried talking to my double on a number of occasions with little response. They hail from Cyrodiil and are loyal to the Empire. I wonder, though, after this is all over, if there will still be an Empire to be loyal to.
What do you think of the residents here?
Kel the Younger is a feisty little child, and he often takes it out on his sister Froa. Ah, what can you do? Boys will be boys.
What do you think of the residents here?
Kel owns the inn and Idra works it. I've heard that he enjoys taking long trips, but never includes his wife. I'm sure the rumors regarding his mistress are false. After all, look at me. Not every spouse who leaves on a journey does so nefariously. Although I did hear he made advances on the Dark Elf before. Purely in jest, I hope.
Not much of a warrior, are you? We could remedy that at some point if you'd like. It has me so
Thank you for the talk.
I am saddened by our parting.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
You lost?
Good day to you, friend.